It was one of the hottest TV shows during the 1990s, which not only made you laugh, but it tackled serious issues as well. Alright, what up y'all? We're gonna pick up from Psycho Rick's Rest in Peace memorial to James Avery, who played Uncle Phil in the hit TV show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The show was about a fictional version of Will Smith, who moves in with his wealthy aunt and family after he gets in a fight in West Philadelphia, scaring his mom. From there, he would spend the next 6 seasons making you laugh as his silly, laid-back, working-class attitude collided with the upper-class world of Bel-Air. Though it was a sitcom, it did tackle many serious topics from time to time, from vengeance, family abandonment, to the topic we're going to be talking about today, discrimination. 2 episodes come in mind when I talk about discrimination. Episode 6 in Season 1 titled Mistaken Identity, and Episode 8 in Season 4 titled Blood is Thicker Than Mud. In Mistaken Identity, Carlton is entrusted to drive a man's Mercedes to Palm Springs, where Will sneaks along. During the drive, they're stopped by the police where, due to Carlton's ignorant blunders, they're arrested for grand theft auto. When they make a fake confession on live TV, Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv rush to the station and demand that the boys be released, but the cops rudely ignore them. It wasn't until the guy Carlton was driving the car for, which happened to be a white man by the way, came and cleared the situation up, followed by Uncle Phil's knowledge of the law, that Will and Carlton are finally let go. While everybody else is still upset about it, Carlton, still being oblivious to the situation, just shrugs it off as the police doing their job. This angers Will, where he lays into Carlton about racial profiling.
Those cops were just trying to do their jobs.
Will, don't get all bent out of shape.
Man, you ain't learned nothing this weekend, did you?
I most certainly did. Always bring a map. What? If we would have had a map, we wouldn't have had to drive 2 miles an hour trying to find a freeway entrance, and we wouldn't have been stopped.
Oh, okay, I get it now. We were stopped because we were driving too slow. We were breaking the slowness limit. Oh, okay. Well, you see, I never heard of that law before, but I did hear this other law. It's called the if you see a black guy driving anything but a burnt-out Pinto, you better stop him because he stole it law. Yeah, I heard about that. Oh, but see, I thought it was the black guy law, when in actuality, it was the slowness limit law. Oh, thank you for sharing that with me, Carlton. Good night.
They were just doing their job.
Good night, Carlton.
What's your complaint here? We were detained for a few hours, Dad cleared things up, and we were released. The system works.
I hope you like that system, because you're going to be seeing a whole lot of it during your lifetime.
Not if I bring a map.
You just don't get it, do you? No map is going to save you. And neither is your glee club, or your fancy Bel-Air address, or who your daddy is. Because when you're driving in a nice car in a strange neighborhood, none of that matters. They only see one thing.
Well, maybe growing up where you did has made you a little touchy. But I think you've blown this whole thing way out of proportion. If you look at the facts.
The episode ends leaving you with the question of, does Carlton believe he was racially profiled? Now, to most viewers, he obviously was. But here's why I'm going to break it down on both Will and Carlton's behalf, because I agree with both of them, and it goes as follows. You see, Will immediately spots the bigotry and racial profiling because he comes from West Philly, a city that's 76% black according to this source right here, where racial profiling happens a lot due to its high crime rate. Whereas Carlton, who lives in Bel-Air, which is 0.9% black due to the fact that only the rich can afford to live there, plus the crime rate is very low because everybody there gets along. So you see, the reason why Carlton is so oblivious to the discrimination is because he's never had to deal with it due to the community that he lives in, where it rarely happens. But if you thought this was the only time Carlton was discriminated in this show, you haven't seen nothing yet. In the episode Blood is Thicker Than Mud, Will and Carlton join a black fraternity ran by an old classmate of Will named Top Dog. On the first day of pledging though, Top Dog instantly takes a disliking to Carlton due to his rich upbringing, that during the humiliating task given to all the pledges, Carlton's tasks are way much harder. So one night at a frat party, Will learns that he got accepted, but Carlton wasn't because of Top Dog's bias. So Will tries to get Carlton to leave the party, saying that he didn't get in, but this only makes Carlton confront Top Dog, only to find out the real truth.
How dare you not take Will? He's full of potential.
That's why we want him. It's you we don't want.
Me? But I did everything. I cooked, I cleaned, I hand washed the toilets.
Everything your butler does for you. I'm not accepting no prep school, Bel Air bred sellout into my fraternity.
Now, what made this episode most memorable was this right here.
You think I'm a sellout. Why? Because I live in a big house or I dress a certain way? Or maybe it's because I like Barry Manilow.
He been Barry White, y'all.
Being black isn't what I'm trying to be, it's what I am. I'm running the same race and jumping the same hurdles you are, so why are you tripping me up? You said we need to stick together, but you don't even know what that means. If you ask me, you're the real sellout.
And Uncle Phil's part made it really magical.
You know, this really irritates me. I have worked very hard to give my family a good life, and suddenly somebody tells me there's a penalty for success? I'm sorry you had to go through this, son. When are we going to stop doing this to each other?
Because how many times have we seen the scenario of a successful black person that chose to go to school, get an education, get a great job, and live a lifestyle that's way different than what's been dubbed by a lot of people in society as the black thing to do. And to see the same people get shunned by fellow black people such as Top Dog did Carlton, it happens all the time, like racial profiling, which is why these two episodes are most memorable to me, as much as the whole show is in its entirety. But that's gonna do it for this video right here. Let me know what was your favorite episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, if you were a fan of the show. Leave it down in the comment section below, as well as throw down any future suggestions that you want me to do for any break it downs right here. I'll accept any kind of suggestions whatsoever, man, because you, the fans, have made this channel what it is right here, whether it's through me or Dee Wayne. But until we see y'all again, as always, this is Dee Wayne saying till next time, peace out.